Hello Sagittarius, welcome for coming back to my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. As I said, it's a general reading, so it may apply to you. So now in the first house we have Mercury retrograde reinvention. So this card actually follows on, we'll get to it later, but it does actually follow on from the 12th house, and it does affect your 7th house as well. The 12th house is about deep self-analysis and letting go of things, and the first house is going to be how this is manifesting in yourself, because the first house deals with everything to do with the self. So this will be your actual physical self, how you look, how you appear, how you come across to others. It's also your vitality, your actual physical body, your well-being, all your self-oriented interests, whatever that may be. And it's also how you come across to others, as I said, like your personality, your characteristics, and also what you project outwards. Okay, so now with this card coming in, what it's actually bringing in for you is there's a couple of ways that this can go down for you, or it could all apply at this time, but basically it is about reinvention. So reinventing yourself in some way. So whether this is outwardly or inwardly, or the inward affects the outward, it could be how you're projecting yourself to others. It could be how you're moving forward in the world, because this is also about your personal independence, how you're moving forward in your daily life with others. So it's your effect that you have on the world around you. So with this, it's asking you to have a really deep reassessment at this time. So anything with a re in front of it: reassess, review, renew, release. Any of those kinds of aspects you need to bring in. So it's back to the drawing board. Whatever you have been doing in the past, throughout your life, as you've lived it currently, it's almost like you're undergoing a change, and those things, those elements need to change now in some way, shape or form. So this is a really good time to have a deep think and come up with a better plan, which is more aligned with you as you are now, which is more aligned with who you want to be, and so on. So with this coming in, it's a very unpredictable energy. It's also about avoid starting new things, or making big purchases, or undertaking important actions at this time, because it's just not a good time to be doing that right now, because the results will not be what you want. Things will go wrong, there will be delays, mistakes are made, and you won't get the results that you require at this time. So if there is something you want to start, or something you intend doing, or something you want to launch, or perhaps you want to start a new physical interest or a new self-oriented interest of some kind, it's best to just delay it for the moment. Go back to the drawing board, have a good long hard look at everything that you want to do, reassess, and come up with a better plan. It's a really good time to be doing that. Also signing, Mercury deals with any kind of communication, so this can be body language, but it's also about signing documents of all kinds. Just be a bit careful with that at this at this time, or getting involved with as I said, big purchases and things. Just rather hold off on that a little bit while this transitionary period is occurring. Back up your technology. All kinds of tech, whether this is a computer or a laptop or a cell phone. Cars are indicated, so this is all forms of transport, but cars in particular. If you're going on a journey, make sure your car has everything done. Everything must be sorted out, the car, the tires checked, everything. It can also bring people from the past back into your life as well. So it's just a period, a pause period. It's a back to basics, reassess, and come up with something better, the way you are currently operating at this time. Then in the second house, we have lunar eclipse change. So your second house is everything to do with your income, the money that's coming in for you, however it comes in for you. And it's also about your self-worth and your value systems and everything you own, and your value systems around that. Also value systems about yourself and about other people and about things in your life. So now with these changes going on, as I said, in your 12th house and your first house is deep self-assessment and so on. How you are moving forward in the world and the things that you want to do for yourself are going to undergo a change. And this is going to affect your self-worth. It's going to affect how you feel about yourself, how you have felt about yourself in the past. Get rid of negative talk, now move forward, try and do new things, apply yourself better. There's lots of ways that this card come in, but it is essentially change. It's cyclical because it's governed by the moon. There could be a female influence in here. But it is kind of, I feel that this is going to be, because of the way things are going currently in your chart, it looks to me like it's a self-worth and a values update. What you value and what you own are getting an overhaul, all right? You could also be seeing the light about something. You're dealing with something that was overlooked or put off. Something may come to the light as well. It could also be a bubbling over of something. So something that you were aware of, or it was just under the surface, you didn't do anything about it, or you couldn't do anything about it, and now it comes out. You will feel out of your comfort zone. There will be an upheaval of some kind. But it's an unexpected, if you're aware of it, if you're aware there was something there that you needed to deal with that didn't get dealt with, this is going to be essentially a bubbling over of that. But the actual abruptness and the speed of it may, as I said, may actually upset you quite dramatically. It will just change the way you are looking things at currently and how you are moving through the world. So it's an abrupt change could come in for you. This could also just be obtaining a new perspective or an attitude about things. So it's really going to change the way you view things. This could be the way you view yourself, how you are in the world, how you appear to others, how you are operating in your daily life. It could also be how you view your money, how you earn your money, and what you value in your life. Maybe you're undergoing a change now where a lot of the things that you used to value, you don't value anymore. They just don't, you've outgrown them or outlived that concept now. So this can bring in a very new perspective, a new attitude, a sudden awareness. Okay, but whatever it is, it's inevitable, this change, and it's very necessary. So this goes hand in hand with other things in your chart, as I said. It's cyclical. The change, once it occurs, could complete within 6 weeks or up to 6 months. So this could be taking place over a period of time. Then in the third house, we have part of fortune increase. So this is everything to do with your communication. So this is the house of communication. It's your written, your verbal, your even your online communication. It's also your body language. This house also rules all documents and contracts of all kinds. All right. So once you've done the reinvention, I feel once you've done that and you've put into place the new you, then I think the doors will open for you in this house. So once you've gone through that initial period of self-analysis, that drawing back where you need to come back to yourself to actually work out what it is, how you're going to proceed, then we can move fully into the third house and those doors will open, because this part of fortune increase card is very important for bringing, almost destiny into your life, but also it's going to bring in all kinds of good things. So it's basically you could experience a stirring of your hidden or unharnessed talents and abilities. These are things that you perhaps know about, but you just never harnessed them in your life so far, or they could be things that are now coming to the surface. Okay, and these sort of talents and abilities are going to make themselves known. And when they do, then you need to capitalize on them. So whether you need to study further or you need to learn something about how to handle those energies, but you need to capitalize on it. So this is you taking action on that. Communication is going to be very, very important during that period, because your words, the way you speak or how you're speaking, your written word, documents and contracts, as I said, all of those things become very important, especially with this. So there's going to be an increase. There's going to be a good flow, benefits, whether you're sort of spreading the benefits around by what you say and what you write, or whether that's coming into you via documents of some kind. Your popularity could increase, or you could experience recognition of some kind. So this is recognition for what you have done so far, or just could be something you say, or you may have to get up and make a speech, and you're recognized for what you said, or it could be an impromptu thing. You could suddenly discover that you are really good, a really good speaker, or that you are a good motivational speaker, or that you're a motivational writer. There's lots of ways that this can come in, but it's a rising of your talents and your abilities. But it's also a destiny card. So this is meant for you. Good fortune comes to you. You can overcome conflicts if you're experiencing conflicts with others. And this could be communication with people in general, but it can also be with specific members of your family. So this is siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins. It could even be with neighbors. So if you have had conflicts of some kind, this is a good time to overcome them. So it's good flow, benefits coming to you, doors opening, there's recognition involved there. So it's really a rising of a whole new you, as I said, which has already been activated so far. So now the third house can also cover trips this is local trips, short trips of all kinds. You may be asked to go and perhaps speak or do some kind of presentation. Or it could be that you are given a gift, a reward, or a trip, and you can go away and enjoy that. This can really bring in lovely things for you. Then in the fourth house, we have earth element stability. Your fourth house is everything to do with your home. It's your physical home, the actual structure, or it could be where you're currently residing. It's also the atmosphere in your home and the people in your home. And it also is your relationship with your ancestral roots, your foundations, or just your family foundation, where you came from, and your ethnic identity in relation to that, which, could also be changing, or the relationship that you have with that whole situation could be changing as well. But with the earth element stability coming in, this is going to bring a stabilizing force in for you. So with this very earthy card coming in, this is basically a good time to plant your garden of possibilities. So this can be a physical garden, and it can also be to do with your home, but it can also be just planting possibilities in your home for your greater good in some way. So it's about getting organized. You could also be somehow building something, or you're obtaining land or property or farming, or you're living close to nature, or you've obtained a plot and you're now going to develop it in some way, or you just want to grow things and live closer to nature. It's all of those elements coming in with this card. So this is an opportunity to really get your hands in the soil. But it's also symbolic of stability and building something more solid for yourself. It's also a very good time to be making new contacts, very beneficial contacts that are going to help you going forward. This card is asking you to apply practicality, wisdom, patience, and be methodical about what you're doing. There must be no rushing with this. Avoid criticism of others in your home environment as well. You want to be seen as reliable, solid, steady. Also, you may have a tendency to be a bit stubborn with ideas that you've got used to having, ideas and attitudes which now need to change. You need to try new things and grow. Let go of your fears and try new things. This can also bring in tendency towards hoarding and materialism as well. So just be aware of those issues. But it could also, just as I said, be symbolizing you building a home literally from the foundation up. And that is highly indicated as well. Then in the fifth house, we have Libra eye balance. So the fifth house is the house of creativity, your creativity, not necessarily artistic. This is creativity in all forms. It's also the house of children, so whether they're your children or other children that you're associated with. It's also the house of love affairs, and it's the house of recreational activities, all kinds of recreational activities, fun, social activities, group activities, but it's activities where you are busy involved in that, something that you enjoy. It can also be risk-taking, so like stock exchange and gambling and so on. So now with this card coming in, this is partnership is highly indicated with this. So whether this is a love relationship that's coming in for you, or it's some other kind of partnership which is going to enhance your creativity, or it could be to do with your children. Perhaps you're linking up with another parent or something. But partnership is indicated here in some form. Okay, or you could be joining a group and you find somebody there to partner up with and enjoy the activities. So it's going to enhance whatever you're doing. It's going to enhance it. It's a natural tendency with this card. So link up with a partner, and you're being asked to bring balance, charm, and beauty into this house. That's what Libra embodies. Okay, balance, charm. They're very charming people, and they love all beautiful things. Okay, so. It could be you that you're going through this, or it could be your children are experiencing this, and you need to, nurture that in them. Also, the arts, all arts are coming in with this. So this is music, dancing, ballet, theatre, museums, art galleries, literally art as well, actually creating art. So as I said, this could be you, or it could be applying to your children. So hair and fashion, anything like that can come in as well. But you want to promote peace. You want to bring in all these lovely qualities in. You may be enjoying activities around that. You may be getting involved in a creative project around any one of those areas, all highly indicated. If none of that is applying for you, this card is also indicating that with Libra, I balance, negotiation is brought in, following the rules, fairness in all things, merging of whatever it is that if you're merging with a partner, it's the merging quality, cooperation, mutual support. All of these things come in with this. So you need to bring those qualities in as well to this house. You could also be asked, you may be needing to make a decision in this house about something as well. So make it and move on. This house, this card may also bring in something to do with the courts or the law in some way. So as I said, negotiation, fairness, and cooperation is highly indicated with this, and you may very well settle something, a dispute of some kind or some kind of legal issue. Then in the 6th house, we have Taurus, I have. Your 6th house is your house of work. It's your house of work colleagues, your workplace, and your project, your work project, your daily work routine. It's also the house of mastery of your craft. So if you don't have an actual workplace, or you work from home, or you do an independent activity, it's mastery of your craft, self-mastery of that. It's also the house of health and diet and pets. So with Taurus, I have coming in, this is, you literally are growing abundance in some way in this house. You're going to be building your resources and building finance. Money is indicated, so it's a good time to ask for a loan, or you could be putting money towards the acquisition of land or property. It's the second time this has come up as well. So this is highly indicated for you. Perhaps it's something that you want to do and you're going to do now. You're now going to get the opportunity to do it, or it could be something where you're going to actually work on that land, or you're going to use it for some purpose. This card is also has a deep love of luxury. That this Taurus has a deep love of luxury. So they love comforts, home comforts of all kinds. So that's foods and fabrics. So any of one of those aspects could come into your 6th house. Perhaps you're starting a new business and all of these things come in. But it's also just about feeling comforted in your environment. The arts are coming up again with this. So this is music, ballet, theatre, art galleries, concerts, anything which is involved with the arts. And so that may be a new career field, or it could be a work project field for you, or you're involved in that in some way, highly indicated for you at this time. But whatever comes in for you in this house, it's always about, Taurus is always going to be practical, traditional, solid, and reliable. So those are the things that you want to project in this house. When it comes to health and diet, I would say that because Taurians love luxury and they love their comfort and they love their food, I would say just be aware of too much, so overindulgence, so overeating, overindulgence, too much of a good thing. Just be aware that, that is going to affect your health and it's going to affect your outlook on life as well. So keep everything in balance. Then in the 7th house, we have Saturn Truth. So this card coming in your 7th house. Your 7th house is the house of relationships. This is your close personal one-on-one relationships. So this is a love relationship, a love partnership, or it could be a business partnership, or it could be a close personal relationship with somebody else at this time. But it's one-on-one. This is not a greater, relationship. This is one-on-one personal interaction. So now, with the Saturn card coming in, it's about facing any shadow selves in yourself and your partner, and addressing any truths that need to be addressed. So it's facing all of that. Anything like that coming up in this area of your life. Just address any shaky or unbalanced aspects of your relationship. Because it's always best to address, if you see something, to address it directly rather than waiting for something to happen. Because with Saturn around, you'll find that whatever isn't solid will simply will just crumble. It will just crumble. It will be brought down. That is the energy that Saturn brings with it, because it's not solid. Saturn works towards solid achievement in all things and harmony, and you cannot have that if you've got a wobbly foundation. Okay, so always work towards a solid structure, and if you have to take action in that to deal with it, then that's what you need to do. So you want a stable, strong foundation. There will be challenges that you're going to be facing. You may feel quite restricted at this time, but it's important to weather any difficulties to reach your goal. Follow the rules. Avoid going against authority figures at this time. It could also be, so this is a make it or break it time, really, in this, whichever relationship is important for you at this time. Make it or break it, because if you don't, then Saturn will do it for you. So take control, work through the things as best you can, and it will take time. There's no quick fix with Saturn. You may also be coming into contact with an older authoritative figure or a mentor, somebody like that. So if this is a business partnership, you could be going into partnership with somebody like that, or somebody's going to step in and give you advice. So just be aware that because Saturn is wisdom, right? Wisdom and age. So age issues could also be coming up in your partnership or your relationship. But an older authoritative figure could appear, and that may have a bearing on the outcome of the relationship, or how a relationship is unfolding at this time. Then in the 8th house, we have Mars Force. So with the 8th house, this is the house of big finance. So that's taxes, inheritance, insurance, investments, banking, accounting, all legacies, all kinds of trusts even. It's all the big finance. It's also handling other people's money. That could come in. It's the house of merging as well. So this is merging everything between you and a love partner. So it's the deeper committed relationship. So this is the next step after, once you become married or you have a permanent commitment with somebody. This is the next level. So it's the deeper level of sexuality, but it's also the merging of your resources, emotional and physical, material resources. So, and it's also, if it's not a love relationship, then it could be a business partnership as well. So this house is a powerful house. There can be endings and beginnings in this house as well. So with this card coming in, you could be facing challenges of some kind. So it can also bring in that passionate, a fire being lit under you. So you could be feeling driven. You could be feeling very motivated at this time. You could be feeling very determined as well, and passionate about what you want, or passionate in a relationship. So it's about going after what you want, gaining momentum, and going after your ambitions. So it's all of that coming in, but you will be challenged along the way as well. You may have to battle for something. So it could be a battle or a confrontation, or you may have to defend or protect your interests in some way. So just be aware of that. That energy does come in, because this is a warrior energy as well. So you may have to just deal with something, may have a confrontation with somebody, or defend, as I said, or protect your interests. This card can also be about moving ahead quickly on something. So you may get an opportunity coming in and you've got to move quickly on it. The sporting world, military, or the law also comes in with this card in this house. Then in the 9th house, we have Yard Destiny, and I have another Destiny card coming in. So this house is a broad house. It's the house of all things international. So international travel, dealing with international people, anything foreign, anybody foreign, any foreign concept. So this could be import, export, or it could be literally talking to people online that are different from yourself. It could be going on an adventure or an exploration. As I said, long distance international travel. It's also the house of further education and study. So this could be university education, or it could be adult education. And you could be exposed to various types of belief systems and so on. It's the house of religion. It's the house of teaching. It's the house of belief systems of all kinds, and it's the house of philosophy as well. It's also the house of law, gaining wisdom. So now with this coming in, I feel this is probably about you going after an opportunity of some kind, whether this is a trip that you want to do, or some kind of quest that you're going on, or it could be purely spiritual, religious or philosophical, or you're studying now and you need to really pull something out. But this is you may just be feeling out of step with others at this time, so feeling a bit alone. But you mustn't worry about that. You probably won't receive support, and it's not necessary at this time. You don't actually need input or interference from others at this time, because your inner GPS has got this already. You know exactly what to do on you, in your inner self. So really, you have to tap into that big time. You really have to dig deep. You may be working alone. In fact, you probably are better off working alone. You're going to be pioneering in some way as well, however that is for you, whether it's new study methods, or whether you're undertaking a new course of study, or you're in a particular field which is not well known. Or it could just be that you are really going through difficult times, and you've got a goal and you're really just beavering forward for that. But it's always about following your own truth, okay? Always about that. Keep going through any difficulties. Just keep going. Just weather through it all. And also any health or lifestyle issues that come up that are holding you back, you must deal with those as well. But this card is essentially about making a difference, whether it's making a difference in your own life, or making a difference in others, or making a difference in your community in general. Because this house can also come, as I said, it can also cover publishing, public relations, and communications, public communications of all kinds, and teaching as well comes in here. So it really is reaching a much broader spectrum than what you have been currently used to, or you are receiving knowledge from a broader spectrum than what you have been used to. Then in the 10th house, we have Pluto transformation. So the 10th house is your house of career. It's the house of fame, reputation, and public status. It's also the house of authority figures, whether this is somebody in your family, male or female, or it could be somebody at your workplace or in your career, or just somebody that you look up to, or you have in high regard, somebody that you are striving to not emulate, but you enjoy what they stand for. Okay, so it's all about those aspects of your life. So now with Pluto transformation coming in, it really is that, literally, transformation. So out with the old, in with the new. Endings and beginnings come in with this card. So something, it's also a form of regeneration or renewal. So something may come out of an old thing which has kind of died off, something that has fallen away or has burnt away, and out of that comes a rebirth or a renewal of some kind. So this, could be a career, or it could be some other aspect of your public life. You could also experience an ego death of some kind. So what was there, what you've got used to in your life and how you've been operating, falls away to make new for make way for a better you, which, as I said, was already highly indicated earlier on in your cards. So basically, it's clean slate time and new action. So clean the slate and new action comes in. You may also be seeing something for what it is. You thought it was better basically before, and now you're looking at it and you're realizing that it's not as good as you thought. So there could be disappointment there. There could be power struggles and intrigues in your career or in any of the 10th house aspects. So as I said, this is a powerful card, very powerful, and it brings power struggles and intrigues, sexual intrigues even in with this. You could also be dealing with a powerful authority figure at this time, or somebody's coming in that you're having, contact with. It's also about being careful with your finances, your taxes, any kind of financial, big finance. This card can also wipe the slate clean there too as well. So just think ahead and do what you need to do to move forward, to transform, but to try and work the best that you can from what you have. Then in the 11th house, we have Jupiter Abundance, lovely card coming in for you. So the 11th house is your house of friendships. And it's the house of networking and groups of all kinds. So this can be social groups, but also any kind of group. So it could be an association that you're part of, or a society, or a club, like a sports club, or any kind of club. Anywhere where you are with other people in a group setting. It could even be online. But because this does cover social reform, it covers global consciousness, it also covers trends. This is world trends. This house covers all of those. But it could also just be your friendships. You could have a really good friendship come to you now, to come to help you at this time. Or your friends could rally round, or you could provide that for a friend in need. Or you could just be really performing unbelievably well in a group of some kind. Because this card, Jupiter, is the card of abundance, right? It's also the card of opportunity, but it has deeper aspects. It can bring in faith. It can bring in belief, strength, and also divine help. So any one of those may apply in any one of those areas. But it brings in opportunity, which you're going to have to work at. You're going to have to go after it. You're going to have to work at it to bring that opportunity and that benefit to you. Yes, some things may fall on your lap, but others may come to you in the forms of opportunities, and you just got to follow them all, because one or two of them will work for you. This card can also bring in gifts or rewards, support of some kind, or a benefit, or a blessing. It could also be that luck is with you at this time, good fortune. And also blocks are lifted away. So you need to, as I said, any opportunities that come to you, you need to take advantage of them, work the possibilities, because in there is purpose as well, which is highly indicated with this card. So anything in the 11th house is going to be blessed with this. Then in the 12th house, we have South Node, life's debts. So now the 12th house is the house of the unconscious, your unconscious drives and motivations and beliefs even. It's also the house of spirituality, meditation, healing and mysticism, and it's the pursuit of that. It's also the house of retreat and withdrawal, so just escaping to be by yourself or going on retreats and so on. It's also the house of escapism and addictions of all kinds. Endings and beginnings happen in this house. Also, it's the house of service to others specifically. It's also karmic lessons can come in. So now, sorry, with this card, it does indicate life's debts coming in. So how I see this working out for you in this house is basically, it's going to bring in sweeping change of some kind. So this can all be unconscious. But with that comes powerful opportunity to change your outer world, which is indicated in your first house. And also there will be truths that you need to face in your seventh house, which is your house of relationship. So I feel this is about you dropping baggage, old baggage, stuff that you've been carting around forever. You need to get rid of it now. You need to drop it because it's holding you back, really. So let go of old wounds, experiences and attitudes that no longer serve you now. See them for the function that they have had in your life, because they all have a function. They all have a purpose. And when you bring them into the light and you see them for what they are and you embrace the lessons that they brought you, then you can release them, okay? And then you can move forward. So take responsibility for your own path. This card can bring in epiphanies or turning points as well, and a rapid change of direction to a smoother road. So if you're busy with something and you're finding you've got obstacle after obstacle and it's very hard and very challenging and very difficult and you just don't seem to be getting anywhere, this card is telling you you need to change direction, okay? So look at that, figure out how that applies for you. But in any case, whatever this will be, it will be that you will be out of your rut, out of your comfort zone. This is designed to lever you out of there. Not every path or thing that you try will work for you, but you've got to keep trying because eventually you will reach the path that you're supposed to be on, which is the whole point of this card. This is about leaving the past and moving forward into the future. All right, Sagittarius, hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe or like and share. And I hope you have a wonderful month, and I will see you next time. Take care.